Gen V is a spin-off series that take place concurrently with The Boys Season 3 in the show's timeline. Set at Godolphin University, America's only college exclusively for young adult superheroes and run by Vought International, Gen V is described as an irrelevant R-rated series that explores the lives of hormonal competitive soups as they put their physical, sexual, and moral boundaries to the test, competing for the best contracts in the best cities. This show is not for everyone. It's obviously not family friendly because it's R-rated, but that's the reason I love The Boys and this show. It explores the realism of how superheroes would fit in nowadays society full of cameras and social media. It's scary how people would do anything to rise to fame and protect their fame. I used to give an analogy in my previous videos of reviewing The Boys. Those soups represent celebrities in our real world, and Vought represents the PR manager or the people behind the scenes who find all these solutions to maintain those celebrities' relevance. It's so scary how realistic it is that we get to have a look at what happened behind the curtains, their thought process on how to deal with the mess they've made. We can see many familiar superpower from other franchises like Marvel and DC. Essentially, this universe has been created as a parody, not to copy them, but to expose them on many different levels. It's a genius idea, I have to credit the creator for that. We also see some weird-ass power like Mr. Sausage. I can feel the intensity in some scenes. I can barely watch it. For some scenes, it's just characters staring at the camera, but it already makes me feel uneasy. It's just brilliant, the music and everything. This show and The Boys is the grossest shit I've ever seen apart from Saw. They don't hide anything, literally anything, and they're still exploring all these brutalities on the screen. They're still figuring out different ways of how people get brutalized. It's basically live action Mortal Kombat fatalities on steroids. It's just mind blown. This shit scares me more than most modern horror movies. I would say the action is sort of the weakest point of the entire show. I could see they try, but it still needs work. The same as everything else. The action scenes just got transformed into another level. In this show, there's a character that manipulates blood. No, not that one. So we see blood flying everywhere. Not that it's not familiar at this point, but it's still disgusting. The comedic scenes are so fucking god tier. Basically, they can do whatever the fuck they want.
And I can do whatever the fuck I want.
So they can be as creative as they want, not only in terms of storyline and characters and power, but also comedy. I swear, they are just so good at creating those moments. I do hate the cinematography of this show. It's pretty much like The Boys. It doesn't look good, like they colored it way too hard. Some shots are just yellow, some are just green, some are just blue. Not by the lighting, but by the color they try to set on the shot itself. They don't use any lightings to enhance the shot or make the characters stand out in front of beautiful backgrounds. It's just too simple. But I get it, maybe it's part of it maybe has to do with the show that it's R-rated, so they try to make the color of the scenes a bit dark to suit the mood and tone. The storyline moves in a very good pace. The secrets and plot twists they're building up to actually make sense. So you can look back and see that it's all tied up together pretty well. It will also tie up with The Boys series. Especially the episodes get really interesting after halfway through. The Boys always had unpredictable storylines and plot twists. This one is not any different. I guarantee you cannot predict what's gonna happen next, like, I don't know, half of the time. One thing I know for sure is all hell break loose. That's what's gonna happen 99% of the time. I thought it ended abruptly a bit in the finale. I know they want us to find out more about it in The Boys Season 4, but I want a better conclusion, a proper ending. At the end of the day, the show is still good to watch. It respects the predecessor's source materials, and overall a very, very good show. And it's been renewed for Season 2. So I'm gonna go ahead and give Gen V Season 1 9 out of 10. I think it has a lot of potential, and we're gonna find out more about the storyline in The Boys Season 4. See you in the next video. Goodbye.